Oh, YouTube, it's your boy Josh True Saucy back in again with another video. Today, I'm gonna show y'all how to replace a wheel bearing. Well, hub assembly. It's a wheel bearing within the hub assembly on these trucks. On this four-wheel drive 1999 Silverado. Alright, so let's get into it. The first thing I'm about to do is I'm about to move the truck to a level surface. You always, when you're jacking your vehicle up, I want to go on a level surface. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go ahead and get it jacked up. I'll catch y'all over there. Okay, now the next thing that you want to do, guys, once you have pulled the vehicle onto a level surface, is you want to come right over here. And for this truck, I'm gonna press this right here down. And not like that's your parking brake. Press that down, so you have no movement once you get it up in the air. But on here, I don't know why they got it the way like it really only hold the back tire, so you can't move. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go grab the jack. All right, y'all, so let's get it. Vehicle suspended in the air. Let's go ahead and get that tire out. Best way to check, like I already took the center cap off, and the socket that you're gonna need is you can use, I think it's a 7/8 or either, I don't know what the other one is, something millimeter. You'll find it 7/8. It'll work. It's the impact. You always want to go in the star pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like this. You got the wheel bearing underneath, so we're going to use, I think my wheel bearing took 3/4 socket, or either 18 millimeter, I think. But the best way to check if it's your wheel bearing, you tap the tire up and down. See that? Have a little bit of play with it. Now it could be your wheel bearing, it could be your upper ball joint or lower ball joint, but I know that it's that. Check left and right. We don't have any left and right for the most part. I know my in and outer tire is pretty good. And we can also spin it. You hear it a little bit, but you can't quite hear it with the wheel on. Take the wheel off and do it again. You'll see. Okay, so now we got the wheel off, and you always want to take these safety precautions, guys. Have your tire underneath your frame, so at least if you jack fall, the tire will catch it. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear brake off. And these take two 18mm bolts to get the bracket off of the steering knuckle. And then you need 15mm bolts to get the CV axle off. And then I think this big nut in the middle of the CV axle is a 33mm. It's right here, yeah. No, 36mm. You get that off. Alright, so let's get to it. You're also gonna need a flat head. And when you're doing this, you're gonna wanna take your master cylinder cap off. And also, you're gonna wanna make sure that you don't like kink this line up. You could break the brake line internally, or you could also break it if you let it hang. Alright, so let's get into it. To run this 3/4, I believe, on your 1/2-inch drive, you will need a, I think it's a 3/8 adapter to run it. Let's get this.
Always make sure to put y'all
bolts in a spot to where y'all can easily find them. Don't just be laying them all around here now, all on the ground. Put them in some other place out here. You can easily find them. Remove the wheel spacer. It really don't matter where you put this at. You can't really, in my experience, you can't really like lose it. When it's something bigger where you can just see it, but them bolts you can easily lose it. Alright, so we can spin it again. Let y'all hear it again. Y'all hear that? That sound coming from right inside here. Next thing we want to do, so we need a 18mm socket coming right here. There's a bolt up here and below. And we're gonna break these copper bolts. But before we do that, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna remove your brake cap just like that, and that allows. So when you messing with it, it allows the air to escape out of there. If you don't do that, it could damage the master cylinder, I believe. So let's get this off of here. 3/4 off of there. 18mm on there. Let me put it back on 1/2-inch drive. And we just have that ready. We set that to the side. The next tool we're gonna need is a good flathead. I recommend not no Chinese shit, cause that shit gonna break. You're gonna want some American stainless steel type shit, like some strong shit. You come right in here, and the goal is to get this in between, not right here. You wanna get it in between the rotor and here. You wanna pry slowly. You hear that noise it's making? Alright, y'all, now that we have gotten the rotor off, yeah, we took the rotor off and we took the caliper off. Now we down to bare wheel bearing. And I know y'all can't see, but there's a lot of distance in that right there. You can hear that. You can hear all that. This will cause your ABS light to come on. It will cause shaking when braking. Next thing we gotta take off is this center cap. We gotta take out that 36mm. Then we gonna get it now. I think we can just get away with just taking this 36mm off, and then just taking these 4 bolts from around it here. Now those are 15mm as well, like those over there. And we're gonna get this assembly out of here. And don't worry about that grease. I know where that's from. You see that boot right there? We do need new boots on this CV axle and also the other CV axle. But I might just swap it out with the other one that I got already because the boot on there ain't broke. And then I'm just get another boot for it. Next thing you want to do is get your flathead. You will need a hammer for a little bit of persuasion. Get this prying in there. Pry it all the way around. And this magnet tip. Pry it all the way around so we can get this out of here. And it's not really seem like it's wanting to come all the way. I'm gonna come right here. This. Get your old trusty hammer, tap it out. There she is. Now I want to take our 36 millimeter, get it on there. One thing about this, I don't believe that you would need an adapter for this. Not down to, I think. You don't need an adapter for it because it has that drive, so you know what I'm saying? Now next thing we want to do is go ahead and get this driven off of here. Make sure that we got it on there good. Okay, so guys, long story short, do not use a 12 point on this 6 point. You can see here it is delicately stripped, but we got this here cut off with, and we finna go ahead and we probably gonna have to cut this, but I got another CV axle to put on there. Shoot, I mean, we can really cut all this, but cause I got the new hub and the new CV axle to go in there, so desperate time calls for desperate measures. This part got to get off of here today. Alright, let's get into it. For y'all, you was not able to get it off there today, so gotta go get the cutoff wheel. Try again. Alright, y'all, it's the next day and we have gotten this boat off successfully. Don't worry about all this hackery right here, cause you know we got the new hub, we got new brake pads, and this is the last of that boat. Hopefully y'all wouldn't, if y'all do it, y'all won't have to fight that much with this boat. We had to cut it off. We had to cut this off. And also, it was a little hard because we got this thick washer that this was like built to the boat, so you had to get through that too and get it off of there. But anyway, press that CV axle up out there, tap it with a camera. Matter of fact, first thing we gotta do, we took all these 15 millimeter bolts out. Go ahead and get that back piece down off of there. Pull the end on it, take it down like that. And now with the hammer, this part should pop out of there. First step we gotta do, we gotta take this out. Then we're going for this assembly. That's how we got it right to there. Now we got it out today. You should be able to. Pry bar over here. come out here. Let me go ahead and stop recording and go ahead and get this out of here. All right, y'all. So we tried a lot with these boats. It's 3 boats. You can see the ends of them right here. One, there's another one here. There's another one over here on this side. We got this CV axle out of it now. But right now, these are the boats we're fighting with. We're fighting with this one, these 15mm boats, this and this. And there's another one over there, if you can see. Yeah, right there. But we're doing this, you know, being a mechanic, you have to be able to face these adversities. So right now, we got this breaker bar. This little breaker bar. We got this big breaker bar. We got a torch. That torch, I might have to get another can for it, because I think that one running out. I think that's why it wasn't getting hot enough. But you're gonna get some penetrating oil. Get some penetrating oil on them bolts. And then they should break loose. They should. But who knows, you know what I'm saying? Right now we were trying to get it off with this 3/8 adapter on this 15mm to 1/2-inch wrench with a breaker bar. And it's welded up, so it's a bit stronger than a normal one. So it's basically like a breaker socket. A breaker wrench. But yeah, we struggling with it right now. We gonna get him out though. Ain't got no trouble to get up out of there. Once we get that out, once we get these 3 bolts out, the rest should be pretty easy though. Really, after we get these 3 bolts out, all we gotta do is take a hammer or either a mallet, beat it the rest of the way out of the steering knuckle here. And then we just gonna have to grease up the back of the other one and make sure to clean up all that rust and put penetrant on the bolts before we put them back in, so we can stop that from happening again if we take it out again. You know what I'm saying? So we can stop that from happening again, and now this seizing up of all this rusty shit will happen again. You know what I'm saying? We got all that metal shavings on there from the grinding wheel, getting all that out. But with y'all may not have to do this. It'll be much easier for most people I've seen online. I don't think I've seen nobody with these bolts, these 3 bolts that coming out. They was really just having trouble with it, seizing up on that, but I'm gonna beat that off once we get these 3 bolts out. It ain't got no choice but to come out after that. What I had to do after that was go inside, turn the wheel straight, because, you know, you gotta come straight up out of there, you know. You get out of there. Let's get up out of there. All right, y'all, so we got these threads loose finally. We had to put some WD-40 on it, use breaker bars. But finally got it loose. Let's get this last one out. Let's record this.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah, it came with. Alright, you guys, now that we have fought with this piece of garbage, I'm gonna say garbage, to get these 3 bolts out that look like this. They wasn't even really rusty. Come to find out, Google was lying, and these bolts do not go that way with them. Go up on these bolts. All these bolts go up. This the only one that go down because turn that way. I was looking at the threads. I was like, nah, this don't go. I was looking. You can see this part of the thread. That's the part you can see. I was looking at it. It go this way. It don't go that way. But yeah, like, I gotta make sure y'all going up on these 3. And then after you get these 3 bolts out, you see, It don't come off. You get this hammer here. Right there. You got it free, y'all. And then you want to clean up this part right here and spray something in there. Spray some Alright, y'all, so now that we done got it all greased up and we got the main surface clean, it's time to slide this piece back in there, y'all. It goes in as such. Hold up. Before you put it on, make sure you don't forget your shield. I'm gonna catch y'all back. Hold up. Alright, y'all, we got this on there. We got the bolts on there. And we gonna torque them down to, I think it's 155 foot-pounds, but I'm not gonna actually torque it, y'all. I don't have a torque wrench. That's not really needed for them, in my opinion. I feel like the only thing that should really be torqued is stuff on your motor, in my opinion. Cause this right here, you don't want to be fighting with this. You don't want to be fighting with this here. And the bolt thick enough to where you get it tight with a ugga-dugga, it's gonna be good. Okay, so we got it on here now, y'all. So take this 15mm, tighten all the bolts up. Then I'm gonna catch y'all and I'm gonna show y'all me reassembling all the stuff that I took off. And then we're gonna put the wheel on and take it for a drive. We got this rotor on here. We're gonna put it on there with a bolt so it can't really move nowhere. Next thing you want to grab is your new CD axle. Let's go ahead and get it working. Hold up, y'all. We facing some technical difficulties. Alright, y'all. Now that we got that in there, all the way in there. Hold up, y'all. 1 second. Clean them threads. Alright, y'all. We got them. We got it in there. Alright, y'all. Now that we got everything back on, we need to now put all this back together. I mean, put the wheel on and we good to go. Alright, y'all. So I'm finally done with it. It's your boy Josh Fruit Sausage signing off. I'm finna go take this truck for a test drive. You know what I'm saying? No more brake light. No more of that bouncing when we slowing down. The smooth sailing all the way there. But alright, y'all.